Okay, entendido. Beloved essence of light. Stop for a moment and listen to what the universe needs you to hear. Don't ignore this call. This message has found you because something sacred is happening, something that can no longer be put off. Archangel Michael has given me an urgent and powerful revelation. You and this person were brought together by a higher power. This truth, hidden for so long, is about to reveal itself so clearly that nothing can be denied. From the moment your souls met, something sparked in the unseen, something that no logic could ever explain. You felt it. You know it. This connection is real. Even if you tried to move on, even if time has passed, even when the silence was deafening, that presence is still there, alive and pulsing within you. There's no denying it. It's not your imagination. It's not an illusion. It's spiritual. And now, that bond, which was never broken, is being activated once more. There's a different energy in the air. You've felt it these last few days, haven't you? That restless feeling for no real reason. Sudden thoughts, memories rushing back, vivid dreams, feelings you can't place. None of it is random. The angels are showing me that the spiritual realm is in motion, and when the heavens decide to move, no human force can stand in its way. This person, the one you've tried to forget, but who lives on in your memory, is being touched spiritually. They might not be able to explain what's happening just yet. They might even resist what they're feeling, but something much bigger is guiding things now. Archangel Michael is working quietly, untying knots, dissolving blockages, and preparing both your hearts for what can no longer be ignored. Can you feel what's coming? The angels say the love between you was divinely ordained. This isn't just any encounter. It's a union that was written before anything else. That's why no distance, no mistake, no absence was ever enough to erase this bond. And as much as the world around them tries to distract, this person is constantly confronted by memories of you. Everywhere they go, in every song they hear, in every face they see, there are signs, and they know it. Even if they don't say it, they know something is unresolved. Something is still alight. Something is crying out to be revealed. And what about you? Have you been feeling the same? Have you noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't just coincidences? How many times have you felt the urge to write, to call, to say something you've held back? How many times did you suppress that impulse, thinking it was weakness, when it was actually your soul trying to speak? Archangel Michael is telling you right now, your intuition was right all along. It wasn't your imagination, it was connection. But there's something even deeper you need to understand. This spiritual bond didn't just come to bring love, it also came to teach, to transform, to help you evolve. Sometimes distance is needed for the truth to mature. Some pauses are silent preparations, and even this person's silence was part of the plan, not as a punishment, but as a process of refinement. You may have cried, felt angry, and asked yourself, why did everything happen this way? But now, the answers are starting to emerge, and what was hidden in their heart is being pushed to the surface. There are feelings that were suffocated, words left unsaid that weigh heavy on their soul, truths that are ready to come to light, and it's happening right at this very moment. Before I continue, type this mantra in the comments. I accept the truth God has written for me. This simple act isn't just symbolic. It spiritually activates the energy of acceptance and opens the door for what's on its way. Now, to continue the message, beloved essence of light, Archangel Michael is by your side right now. You may not see him, but you can feel him. The energy surrounding you now is one of protection, strength, and clarity. A deep blue light is spreading over your life, clearing away everything false, everything that holds you back, everything that weakens you. And in this cleansing, something powerful is being released. Your right to live the truth of love. This person may have tried to deny this feeling. They may have hidden down other paths, sought distractions, and plunged into silence. But the angels show me that their heart doesn't lie. It calls out for you. And that call is getting louder, more impossible to ignore. A greater force is orchestrating everything. An unseen movement is pushing you both towards reconnection. Not out of neediness, not out of a fleeting desire, but for a purpose. There is something you both need to live, to understand, to heal. And that understanding will only come when the truths are spoken. Are you ready to listen? Because what's coming could change everything. The angels ask you to remain open. Don't force it. Don't rush it. Don't try to get ahead of it. Trust. Feel. Allow the signs to appear, the feelings to unfold, and the truth to find its way to you. Something is pulsing in the unseen. Something that, when it touches your life, will leave no room for doubt. And when that happens, you will know. You will feel it. And you will remember you were told. Beloved essence of light, there's something you need to understand right now. This feeling that lives inside you isn't there by chance. It's a reflection of something that is also vibrating in the other person's heart. Even in silence, even at a distance, even after everything that has happened, there is still something incredibly strong between you two, and it is spiritual. What the angels are showing me is that this person feels you. In a way they don't quite understand, but they feel you. There are moments when their thoughts run away from them, and the name that pops into their mind is yours. Sometimes, it's like they can hear your voice. Other times, they feel a pang of longing for no apparent reason. They just feel it, a sudden emptiness, a memory that makes their chest tight. This is no coincidence. It's the spiritual link making its presence known, even if they aren't fully aware of it. But now, something is changing profoundly. This person is being led to face inner truths they've avoided for a long time. Old pains are resurfacing. Feelings that were pushed under the rug are now emerging with full force. And in the middle of this emotional whirlwind, your name appears as an anchor, as a calling, as the one thing that makes sense amid the chaos. You know that moment when pride loses its grip, and the heart starts to scream louder. That's where they are now. They've been feeling a very strong urge to reach out to you. But with that urge comes fear. Fear of finding you changed. Fear of not being welcomed. Fear of not knowing what to say after so much time. But as much as this fear paralyzes them, it's no longer stronger than the longing they feel. And the angels are showing me a truth you need to hear with your heart. They thought of you today. Yes, today. Maybe it was when you woke up and felt that faint sadness. Maybe when you heard a song and they popped into your head. Or when your heart raced for no reason. This subtle contact is real. The energy between you was never cut. It was just dormant. And now, it's waking up. You can feel it, can't you? Now, before we continue this message, type 777 in the comments to claim the energy of revelation, courage, and new beginnings. This number represents the start of something sacred manifesting spiritually. By doing this, you amplify this frequency and confirm to the universe that you are open to receive. And if you feel this message is touching your heart in a special way, consider supporting this work by clicking the Super Thanks button below. Your generous gesture helps us continue spreading these words of light to other souls who also need to hear them at the right time. Every bit of support makes a difference. It's like a flame that keeps this mission alive. Now back to the message. Beloved essence of light, something very important is happening behind the spiritual scenes. Archangel Michael is guiding this reunion with extreme care. He's not just pushing the other person towards you, he's also strengthening you to be ready when it happens. And yes, you are being prepared. You might have had some emotional days lately, memories surfacing, maybe even tears you can't explain. This is happening because your energy field is being cleansed. The barriers you had around you, stopping you from feeling clearly, are being dissolved, and what's left is the truth. The truth that this love was never erased. It was only silenced, but not for a lack of feeling, but because of fear, pride, insecurity, because of wounds that hadn't healed, because of misunderstood stories. But now everything is being brought into the light, and when the light comes in, nothing can stay hidden. What this person feels for you isn't something light or fleeting. The angels show me that even as they try to rationalize it, they can no longer run from it. They see you in small gestures, on streets they walk down, in places you've been, in phrases someone says by chance, and all of it hurts, because they know, even without saying it, you two still have something to live for, and this feeling is growing, fueled by memories, yes, but also by a hope that never died. You may not even realize it, but they've been watching you from a distance, maybe on social media, maybe by asking a mutual friend about you. maybe just by feeling your presence even in the silence. But know this, what they feel is real, and what's coming won't be a random attempt. It will be a gesture from the depths of their soul, a genuine desire to make it work, to explain, to ask for forgiveness perhaps, to start over, but above all, to be true. And you? Are you ready for that? Because when this reunion happens, it will bring truths that might stir your heart. They may confess things they never had the courage to say. They might show a vulnerability you've never seen before, and that moment will be sacred. A turning point. The angels are clearing the paths, preparing the ground, awakening emotions. Everything that seems stagnant is now in motion, and it's not just about words, but about transformation. You felt this message was for you from the very beginning, and it is. Nothing you've lived through will be wasted. Nothing you felt will be ignored. Everything is being given new meaning now, and the truth, that was kept in the silence of the heart, is coming to the surface. A truth that, when spoken, will have the power to set you both free. Beloved essence of light, the energy around you is different, can you tell? A new frequency is settling into your life. It's as if the universe is rearranging all the pieces so that the truth can finally find a space to blossom. What the angels are showing me is that this shift isn't just spiritual. It's starting to touch your reality. And the reason is clear. The bond between you and this person is vibrating more strongly than ever. Even if, to the outside world, nothing has changed. On the inside, everything is in motion. This person, the one who marked your soul so uniquely, is being guided to the center of a truth they've tried to avoid for too long. The feeling for you hasn't just remained, it has grown. And now, what they feel has become impossible to control. Every memory of you has weight. Every memory of you has a voice. Every memory of you has the power to shake everything they thought they'd left behind. And maybe they're silent. Maybe they haven't shown any signs yet. But inside, they're being hit by waves of emotion that no longer fit in their chest. Their heart is restless, and that restlessness has a name. You. Beloved essence of light, when a higher power unites two souls, it doesn't matter about the time, the distance, or the circumstances. Something stronger than everything else always finds a way to bring them back together. And that's what's happening now. Slowly, like a breeze turning into a wind. Gently, but firmly. As if the universe is saying, enough running from the truth. This person has been wanting to reach out to you. You might have already picked up on it intuitively. A thought that comes from nowhere. A memory that moves you. A feeling that a reunion is getting closer. All of it is real. These are legitimate signs that the spiritual realm is orchestrating a moment of reconnection. And they, despite their fear, have already started to imagine this meeting. They've thought about the words they would use. They've rehearsed how they would look you in the eye. They've longed to hear your voice, even for a few seconds. And every time this happens, the desire to break the silence grows stronger. But there's something very delicate the angels are showing me now. They carry guilt, pain, regrets. There are parts of this story that weigh heavily on their shoulders, and this often stops them from acting. They wonder if you would still forgive them, if there's still a place for them in your heart, if, after everything, you would agree to hear them out. These doubts are real, and they are piercing their heart at this very moment. But the good news is that above the doubts, there is the feeling, and that feeling, which never died, is becoming bigger than any obstacle. Because there comes a time when the heart refuses to keep hiding what it feels. You know what that's like, don't you? How many times have you held back your own feelings for fear of seeming fragile? How many times did you want to say something but stayed silent? How many times did you feel that something needed to happen, but thought it was too late? Well, now the universe is telling you, it's not too late, and you are not alone. Archangel Michael is guiding this entire process with love and precision. He knows there is a right time for every healing, for every truth, for every reunion, and he is clearing the way, touching hearts, preparing you and this person for something much bigger than just a meeting. It's a chance for transformation. But be aware, beloved essence of light. This approach might not come with perfect words. It might start with something simple, a shy message, a subtle gesture, an attempt at contact that, at first glance, seems small, but it won't be. It will be the beginning of releasing everything that was trapped between you. And in that moment, the angels ask me to remind you of something essential. Your energy has the power to influence all of this. When you open yourself up emotionally, spiritually, you make this meeting easier. You attract it. You allow it. And that's why, if this message is striking a chord within you, I invite you now to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to do so. It helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Plus, when you connect with us here, you strengthen this energy field of healing and truth. Every new message that arrives has a reason. Every word is guided, and being here with you is part of that purpose. Back to the message. This person has been confronted by powerful memories. A conversation that left a mark, a hug that lingered, a goodbye that still hurts. They revisit these things constantly. And without knowing how to explain it, they feel they need to come back to you. Not just to clarify the past, but to look at the future with new eyes. And when that happens, it will be intense, because you both carry feelings that have been bottled up for too long. And when the soul bottles too much up, it overflows at the first touch of truth. But what about you? Are you willing to listen? Are you open to feeling again? Because that decision is also yours. The angels don't force anything. They open paths, they illuminate. But free will is sacred, and what you're feeling right now might just be the answer you need. There is more than longing between you. There is purpose. There is a mission. There is something that only the two of you can understand when your eyes meet again. Beloved essence of light, there's something that needs to be said, something that perhaps no one has told you yet, but that your heart has sensed for a long time. This story between you was never ordinary. It wasn't a product of chance, nor a simple meeting between two people. What brought you together was something far greater, and even though the world may have tried to silence this truth, it never ceased to exist. Now that truth is about to break through all barriers. What the angels are showing me is that this person is in a process of deep emotional awakening. It's as if all of a sudden, everything is starting to make sense to them. Every past action, every suppressed feeling, every choice that pushed them away from you, everything is now being seen from a new perspective. They are beginning to understand what you already knew, that between you, there was more than words, more than gestures. There was a synchronicity that can't be explained, a connection that can't be undone, a feeling that, however dormant it became, was never destroyed. And this is becoming unbearable for them. The silence, which once felt like protection, has now become a prison. The absence, which was once an escape, has now become pain. The distance which they believed was the right thing, now throbs like a mistake. And every step they take, every new attempt to move on without you, is a reminder that something is missing. You. Yes, beloved essence of light. They miss you in a way they can no longer hide, even from themselves. And this is starting to be reflected in their actions. Maybe not visibly to your eyes just yet, but internally, an earthquake is happening. The mask of indifference is cracking. The armor of reason is weakening. Pride is being confronted by a truth that strikes like lightning. They still love you. And the most powerful part is that this truth is coming from above. Archangel Michael has been working strongly on this story, not just protecting you from more hurt, but also guiding this person on a path of reflection, confrontation, and healing. He is making them look within, face their own fears, recognize where they went wrong, and more than that, to realize that in trying to run from you, they were running from themselves. How many times did this person try to distract themselves with other things? How many times did they force smiles in empty conversations, trying to forget what you two shared? How many times did they stay silent, even when their heart was begging for one last chance? And despite all that, something inside them remained alight. The angels show me there was a recent moment that deeply affected them. It could have been a dream about you, a memory triggered by a song, an object, a situation that made them stop and face what they had been avoiding for so long. In that moment, they felt something they hadn't felt in a long time, the desire to fix things. But they know they can't just show up as if nothing happened. They know you went through pain, that you waited for answers that never came. that you may have closed yourself off in silence because it was the only way to protect yourself. And that scares them too. They fear that if they try to reconnect, you might not be open anymore, that you've moved on, that time has erased the spark that was between you. So, there is hesitation, but there is also faith, and that faith is growing every day. The faith that, despite everything, it's still possible. The angels say that this story still has life in it, and even if it seems dormant, true love never dies. It can hide, it can go quiet, it can transform, but it's still there, waiting for the right moment to bloom again. And that moment is getting closer. The signs are intensifying. The synchronicities are becoming impossible to ignore. Words that repeat, emotions that surface for no reason, a sense that something big is about to happen. This is all part of the greater plan. You might be feeling it too, a warmth in your chest, a longing that appears out of nowhere, an urge to cry without knowing why. These are the echoes of this connection, knocking on the door of your heart. But what should you do with all this? The angels say, just feel, allow it. Don't fight the truth of what is inside you. This is not a story to be rationalized. It's one to be lived with the heart. And when that heart is ready, it will recognize the right moment. Because when your souls meet again, there will be no need for long explanations. A look will be enough, a touch, a shared silence. And everything that seemed distant will make sense again. And in that instant, it will be impossible not to remember that it was all love, all along. Beloved essence of light, you were guided here because you are already feeling the call. And when the universe starts calling, it's because something needs to be heard. Beloved essence of light, we've reached the point where the soul can no longer pretend, where the eyes see what the heart has always known. There are moments in life when everything aligns in such a way that the unseen becomes obvious, and this is one of those moments. Archangel Michael is now showing me with clarity. The truth that has been hidden for so long is nearing the surface. There's no more room for masks. What was postponed, forgotten, pushed to the bottom of the heart, is now crying out for release. And that release begins with a gesture. Maybe it will be a look you receive unexpectedly, a name that appears on your screen in the middle of the night, a word spoken in a random moment that will awaken memories you thought were dormant, but in reality, they were just waiting for the right time to manifest. What the angels are telling me now is that this person, the one whose energy never really left your side, is about to do something they didn't even think they were capable of, because some things can't be explained. Some feelings are bigger than fear. And true love, when it matures, it turns into courage. They might even approach you cautiously, trying to hide their nerves. They might seem confused, hesitant, but inside, they will be carrying a hurricane of emotions, and all of it will come to the surface in words that won't be perfect, but they will be true. You might hear phrases like, "I never forgot you," or "I regret not speaking up sooner," or perhaps just a simple, "I'm sorry." What will matter isn't the form. It will be the surrender. Their heart will be speaking for them, and you will feel it. In that moment, everything inside you will vibrate. There will be a mix of surprise, joy, doubt, fear, hope, but above all, there will be peace. Because when something that was left hanging finally finds the space to be resolved, the relief is immediate. And then will come the most important question. What do you want to do with this truth? The angels stress that there is no single right answer. Every soul knows what it needs. If your heart says it's time to start over, do it with awareness, maturity, and love. But if you feel that this cycle needs to be closed with gratitude and understanding, that's okay too. The important thing is that the choice comes from your inner truth, and not from fear. The most beautiful thing about all of this is that, regardless of the choice, this conversation will be a milestone. It will close wounds. It will bring clarity. It will set you both free. Because some connections, even if they don't continue in the same way, leave behind a trail of healing that transforms everything. And you deserve that. You deserve the truth. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel that you were heard, that you were important, that what you lived through wasn't just cast aside. It was felt, intensely, honestly, spiritually. The angels are surrounding you now in a soft, golden light. a light that calms, that guides, that comforts. They want you to know that you are not alone. Every step to get here has been guided, and everything that is to come has already been blessed. You were strong. You were patient. You kept believing even when all seemed lost. And now, the universe acknowledges that. This truth that is coming to light is an answer, a gift, a new chance. But remember, the right time isn't what the clock says. It's what the heart recognizes. And if you felt deep in your soul that this message was written for you, then yes, it was. Now, listen carefully. The universe is about to move pieces you couldn't even imagine. This conversation that is approaching will be more than just an exchange of words. It will be an energetic reconnection, a reunion of souls, a mirror between two hearts that, even when distant, never stopped searching for each other. And when that truth is spoken, there will be no more doubt. You will know. You will feel it. You will confirm everything that was already quietly living inside you. What the angels want you to do now is simple. Breathe, surrender, trust, and get ready. The truth comes to those who are ready to hear it. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I accept the truth God has written for my soul." Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.